Jen, you can lead us off, followed by Todd, and then we will open it up to the floor.
Hi there, Coach. You're missing a lot of production tonight with absences in this next man up philosophy. Who are you pointing to tonight to fill in the gaps?
We're not. I mean, we're just going to try to play the game and, play with some pace and move the ball, play some inside out, get into a lot of drive and kick stuff. Orlando's really, really good defensively anyway. Steve's teams always are. If the ball doesn't move, we'll have problems. So, yeah, I mean, we'll obviously run plays and pick and rolls for some people, but we're not looking for one guy or two guys to pick up the load. We just want to do it as a team and play really good team basketball.
And for Orlando, they were so active at the trade deadline. How did you go about scouting them? And what, besides their defensive prowess, do you see as being their strengths tonight?
Well, I mean, they've played 2 games, so we've been able to see them. And again, like a lot of times when guys get into new situations, getting more opportunity in a lot of cases, they're playing with great energy. Obviously, Terrence Ross is a guy who can really score the ball. He's the leading scorer by far of everybody playing in the game tonight on either team. Dwayne Bacon's a very good scorer, getting more minutes now and more opportunities. And then Wendell Carter and Otto Porter, both guys who can put the ball in the basket. Chuma Okeke's been shooting the ball really, really well. They can get on the offensive glass. So they've definitely got some real strengths that we've got to have awareness on.
Coach, Orlando has been in the playoffs the last couple of years, and obviously you're very close with Steve Clifford. Just talk about the job that he has done in Orlando since going to the Magic.
Well, Orlando and Charlotte, like Steve's one of the best coaches in the league. Like his teams are always very solid. They never beat themselves. They're always really, really well prepared and never a whole lot of fun to play against. And, he went in there where they hadn't won in a long time, and they got in the playoffs, as you said, a couple years in a row. And I don't think anybody, at least in the coaching fraternity, was really surprised by that. I think if you listen to the players, even the guys who left there, I mean, Steve's a hell of a coach and a great guy to play for. Just a great person and somebody that our profession needs more of.
I know you were talking about the defensive prowess, but it really is a strength-on-strength kind of a matchup, especially in the rebounding aspect. You guys are a great rebounding team, and so are the Magic, both top 5. So how is that going to shape up tonight?
I don't know. I don't know. From an offensive standpoint, I mean, we lose a really good offensive rebounder, obviously, in Z, and so that'll hurt us on the offensive board. So I don't know how that will play out.
Hey Stan, Christian Clark, do you know yet any official word on Brandon's status?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go. I'd be really surprised. I mean, it hasn't been. It's not 100% definite, but I'd say it's 95%. Yeah, he's not going to be able to go.
And real quickly, I mean, is there? Do you know how the thumb thing with the sign occurred?
All I know is it happened in the 3rd quarter of the Boston game. So I don't know the exact. I don't know the exact play.
Hey Stan, Andrew from ESPN. Do you know who's going to start tonight in place of assuming Brandon doesn't play? Obviously, that's 3 starters down for you.
Yes, I do know.
Can we know?
You will know. Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey Stan, hope you're doing well. Dante here in Orlando. Good to see you. You know Cliff as well as anyone, and just to kind of touch on what you just said, with all the injuries, I think tonight will be his 22nd starting lineup. What is it about him that he's able to keep, no matter who you give him, organized, and they fight for him every night?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, he's always prepared and detailed, and he's a very even keel guy. So he's going to take who he has on that night and get him prepared to play. So I think we've already seen it with the 2 games in LA. What they're capable of doing. So, I certainly was not surprised.
Stan, Josh Robbins with The Athletic. I think a lot of fans would assume that with a rebuilding effort, teams are better off with young coaches that could grow with teams. I'm curious what you think someone and with a staff as experienced as Steve's is, what they could bring to a rebuilding effort.
Well, I mean, I think, you know, when you have experienced guys, I mean, they've done it before. They've done the teaching. They've, you know, all of those things. I mean, experience is obviously always of value. Now, it's not the only value. And certainly guys have taken their first jobs and everything and done really, really well. But experience is still a great value. And so, you know, I think it helps Steve. And Steve is, you know, he had to develop that team in Charlotte, and he had to develop the team in Orlando when he first got there, and now he's got a new group. So this is a guy who's done a lot of good work in terms of developing teams, and so they've got a very good guy to take them through this. I don't think there's any question about that.
Great. Thanks a lot, Coach.